I'm out of breath. I hauled butt to make it to this flight just in time. Now waiting on the rest of the family. I think I see them up ahead.
Selamat pagi. We are on the second part 2 of our Indonesia adventure. We just arrived to the northeast corner of Sulawesi Island last night.
We got here from Yogyakarta with a layover in Makassar, which we almost missed. Oh, that's our plane. We made it. I got reunited with the family. They were able to hustle, and we did it. One more kicker to note about this flight. We're on the back of the bus. All that's left was the short 2-hour hop to Manado and admire the views outside the plane of this wild island of Sulawesi. Then when we arrived, we had a driver waiting for us and took us on a beautiful drive through the mountains and over into this hotel. Before that beautiful ride in mountains, which you'll see soon, we stopped at Alfamart, a local 7-Eleven, to get some snacks for the road. What do you have? Sponge
Crunchy. Strawberry crunch. But I'm trying to find some shrimp chips, but I don't think they have them.
Found Doritos.
Corn, roasted corn.
And sambal salsa.
Oh, for dessert. What got your... What did everybody get?
Okay, first reviews. What are you having?
What did you think? It's like chips, flavored tteokbokki. I don't know how to say it, but it's pretty good. It's like a little bit spicy.
Yeah, sambal salsa Doritos.
Maya picked out some country music for the drive, which was a surreal experience looking out the window. We made it to our hotel around 6 p.m., which came included with full board. We headed down for their dinner, fish soup and local Indonesian food served family style, next to the jungle wildlife, and called it a day. It's an hour past sunrise at Tangkoko Village Sanctuary. What am I trying to say?
We woke up about an hour ago and it's just still a little bit rainy, but you can see patches of fog in the rainforest. It's really cool. We're gonna have breakfast here in a little bit, and then hopefully it'll clear up and we can check out the beach. It's about a mile away. And then this afternoon we'll go to a 4-hour jungle tour and see all the monkeys and birds and frogs and who knows what. It's as many animals as we can see.
After breakfast, we lounged a bit longer on the large balcony, and I immersed myself in all the greenery and lush vegetation surrounding us. At around 10 a.m., Sarah and I walked off the hotel grounds and started our walk into town. We're approaching the little village of Tangkoko. We decided to leave the kids in the room. They were not having it today in terms of having an adventure since we have the jungle tour at 2:30. So we're off on a 2.5-mile trek to find a beach, and then we will walk the 2.5 miles back. In the meantime, we get to enjoy the sights like a chicken crossing the road. Given that we're on the Ring of Fire and surrounded by volcanoes, I'm not surprised there are tsunami warnings. We've arrived at beach number 1, black sand volcanic coast with the village in the background. Check this out. It's Sunday today, and a lot of the town was out and about, including this group of friendly kids playing around in the waves. They called us over, and I couldn't resist being drawn in to play. Down the beach a little further, some more kids were helping their dads bring in the fresh catch of the day.
Inilah kami nelayan and yes, no. Ikan. Fish.
We walked off the sand and crossed through the heart of town to continue our trek over to the next beach around 1.5 miles down.
The outcropping in there? That's pretty cool. We walked, I think, just over 3 miles to get here to this. It's an abandoned resort. The resort is abandoned, but it's this stretch of beach seems to be the only white sand beach around, and the part in the town was the black sands, which is really, really cool. But this is all white sand. We have the entire beach to ourselves. Got this little inlet, so it's like a swimming pool. It's really beautiful. Totally worth it.
Kids are playing soccer back there. We stopped. We're on the way back. I don't know, about 1 mile to go at the Alpha Mar to get Maya and Noah a couple treats since they've been kind of just waiting back at the hotel. The last beach was cool. It was an abandoned resort, and there were actually coral reefs, so I got to see some of the first fish of this trip, so I'm excited about what's to come.
Hello.
Everybody's here so friendly and always saying hello. I didn't get this on camera, but I caught a glimpse of a barred rail on the walk back. Lunch came and went. Then we headed up all those stairs to our room and prepared a warm cup of Nescafe to boost our energy for the next hike. This time it'd be the whole family. We got ourselves packed and geared up for a tour of the jungle, which we had scheduled for an hour from now. This is the Tangkoko Nature Reserve, which protects many unique and threatened rainforest species, a couple of which we'll be able to spot on this trip. We set out in the early afternoon to overcast skies, which along with the canopy made things a bit darker, but on the other hand, it did keep the muggy temperatures down.
On your feet, light as air.
After about a 45-minute walk, wandering through the brush and undergrowth, we came across our first encounter, a greenback kingfisher. Our spotting guide on this trip is Fabio, and he had the gear, knowledge, and drip to lead us into the jungle. We spotted our first monkeys, supposedly one's on the ground.
So there's 2 more right there.
It was absolutely wild watching this pack of monkeys come down from the trees to collect our fruit. And just as we were busy trying to get a clear view of them, Fabio spotted a pair of Sulawesi bear cuscus. Despite their names, these are actually marsupials. This specific family of cuscuses, or cuscusi, are endemic to this island. Back to the monkeys, and we stumbled upon a distracted teenager spanking his own monkey. These monkeys are Celebes crested macaques and live in a family group of about 10 to 70. We ended up seeing 3 separate family groups on this reserve. I don't know if this seems scary to you, but Noah's looking in a hollowed out tree up at a couple hanging fruit bats. Then we spotted the highlight of this wildlife hike. Can you see it? Up there in the tree nook? Fabio set up the telescope again, and I'm trying to focus at it as best as I can in this low light setting. These baby Yoda looking creatures are tarsiers. Tarsiers are actually one of the branches of the primates, and this family of 3 endangered cuties were a rare treat, so we hung out with them for a few minutes. The hike ended on the beach, which borders the north side of the protected reserve, just after the sun set. Back at the hotel, cleaned up and hungry for dinner.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night, Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbirds sing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free.
Good morning from our balcony here at the hotel. Got a solid 9 hours of sleep and now waiting on the girls to wake up before we head to breakfast. After breakfast, we'll go to the same beach we ended up yesterday, the white one. And then
I want to show it to the girls.
yeah, and also bring my Insta360 so that I can show you guys the fish and the corals that were there. And then we'll head back after about an hour and continue from there. We hitched a ride with one of the hotel employees on the back of a truck and arranged for him to pick us back up later. I'm really glad we came back here with the kids. The weather was even better today and the visibility underwater was clear. The corals were healthy, with plentiful of colorful fish, and this is only a taste of what would come later on this trip. I'm gonna be fair with you, filming underwater is oddly addicting, and even though I'm only gonna show you 1 to 2 minutes of each dive in the water, we have 4 more in the future, so hopefully I can keep them engaging enough. Along the edge of this beach was a rocky wave breaker, leading to another opportunity to search for different types of marine life. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay here longer as we had an upcoming road trip later this afternoon to the next location. In the meantime, after lunch, but before our scheduled pickup, we had just enough time to squeeze in a couple of pedicures for Maya and Noah on the breezy balcony. On the way out, I even spotted a yellow-billed mulkoha, a species of cuckoo endemic to Sulawesi.
So we made it to Tomohon. It was about a 2-hour drive. I think it was less than 2 hours.
Yeah, the drive was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. And we had a little stop on the way. I saw this church that has this like kind of famous flying Jesus off the hill statue. That's pretty cool. We got snacks from the Alpha Mart.
Another thing about that Jesus statue, it's worth mentioning that the specific province of North Sulawesi is predominantly a Christian majority, making up around 65% of the population here locally. And now back to the last leg of the drive to Tomohon.
Now we're here in the Rimba Eco Lodge. And we're probably just going to lay low for the rest of the evening and have dinner here at the lodge.
Yeah, I'm WhatsApping a guide for tomorrow and kind of making plans, but we'll go over that tomorrow. In the meantime, Maya and Noah are charging their Wi-Fis and yeah, just sitting here with some tea until dinner time. Selamat pagi. We woke up with another great balcony view to hang out, and we've lucked out with our picks. Our room didn't come with an AC, but the weather out here is much cooler since we're in the highlands. There's a nice cold breeze in the evening, There are, however, lots of mosquitoes, but we did bring some bug spray. I guess one of the compromises you have to be out in a wet, jungly area. Today, we're gonna go climb the mountain over there. Oh, it's overexposed, you can't see it, but I'll put up a video of it. We're gonna be picked up at 8 a.m. With a new tour guide who's gonna show us around town and help us with the hike. So we'll go have breakfast and then get going. We were picked up in the morning by our guide Mario and a driver and made our way into the heart of Tomohon to see the local market. We started with the produce vendors, as this area is known for being a lush garden of green. The farmers in the area fill the stands daily with fresh veggies and fruit. Okay, future me, look what I got. The nutmegs. And we're gonna open one of them up. And I'm making crepes. We have a special VIP guest that has slept over overnight. And I'm gonna make my famous crepes. What do you think? Can you taste the nutmeg?
So good.
Back to the market where we tried some kopi, some sweet steamed buns. And it also didn't hurt to have the aromas of freshly ground coffee beans. Then, and with my most sincere warning, we walked into the wet market, with some exotic but hopefully not endangered animals being sold or butchered all around us. We didn't hang around for very long and walked to the next tent over, which housed all the fresh catches from the seas all around us, including some of the biggest yellowfin tunas we'd ever seen. With our legs already warmed up, we were ready for a hike up Lokon, the volcano overlooking the city of Tomohon and framing our balcony view in the morning. So this is a river of lava, and we're going to use this as a trail to get up. We are hiking up Mount Lokon with the target of getting to a crater. We got some nice couple behind us from Chengdu, China, and Maya and Noah are up ahead with the guide. Noah remembered a lot of her volcano geology. So this one is cinder, and this one is the humus, light. This is denser. And this one's obsidian.
One-time eruption. And one layer to the other layer, it may differ 20 to longer period of time.
As you just heard, this is a fairly active volcano, with its seismic activity closely monitored online. And yes, we checked it before setting out on our flight over here. Hopefully all this activity will make for a great view down into the crater. But first, a break for water. Okay, I'm a little crazy. I'm gonna go up to the border of where the green and black are. I'm gonna get a better perspective. So I'm gonna get my workout in as well, and then maybe a couple shots. We'll see if we can see Maya, Noah, Sarah, and our guide from that height. Wish me luck. Whew, I caught my breath and the view is spectacular. I can't see Maya, Noah over there, and check out the rest. I slid but also jogged back down, took more rim photos, and we all hiked out. A little magic trick, watch this. Okay. Wow. So cool.
It just broke off.
Food blogger. The first dish arrived.
What's it called?
Chapchay ayam.
Chapchay ayam. For me and Mario, we've got fried tuna with sauce and fern. Did you also get fern?
Yes.
Okay. Now this place was cool. Hot springs in the middle of farming fields, ungated and unmarked. Another byproduct of being on the Ring of Fire. This first pool was off limits. It was way too hot and would slow cook us alive. But next to it, the locals were hanging out as it was quote unquote cool enough to swim in. Here we are with Mario showing us the way. I'm about to get in myself. Oh, this is warm. Holy cow, this is hot. Oh gosh. This is hotter than I expected. Oh, okay, right here, yeah.
See?
Okay.
It's on my
Okay.
my chest here.
Let's
But there,
go.
that's deep there.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, this is waterproof. It doesn't look good underwater. Yeah, I don't know. And just around the corner, just a few steps away, was another surprise. Maybe you can see. You hear it? That's boiling in there. So be careful when you touch this.
Although it smelled like sulfur, we rubbed hot mud all over our skin and washed it off, and it left our skin super soft.
It's around 4 p.m. and the last stop on our long day is for tea time at a lush garden park with koi to feed, tropical flowers of every kind, and even a large
salamander. It's smooth.
a local shot of palm sugar moonshine
Is it good?
before dinner.
What's it like?
No, it's not bad at all.
Look out.
Oh, no.
Lights.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
I woke up first in the family at 6:15 a.m. and I'm jogging up this hill. Quite a hill actually, so hopefully there's a reward at the end. I like jogging in different countries, especially out in the morning when it's quiet and you're in a new landscape. Whew. Seems like I'm up in the cloud rainforest up here. Look at this blanket of green. Oops. I think I got to the end of the road and I have a fork. Let's go up the stairs. It's been 5 minutes of this straight up. I'm really hoping it leads to somewhere. Otherwise, what goes up must come down. Looks like I'm above the cloud line, so this is the best view I'll get. Now I get to go down all the stairs and back downhill to the hotel. I'm back at the hotel and see if the family is awake. I hope people don't mind. I might show the mess, but I don't think we've had a chance to show the place. Here we go. Let's open the door. Wow. Room number 1. A beautiful lady. Our room is in here. Let's show you. Just got down from beautiful Tomohon and now we're going to transit in the big city of Manado, the biggest one here in North Sulawesi, to go to the pier and board our boat.
We're on the boat headed to Bunaken and Oasis. It's supposed to be about 25-30 minute boat ride.
We arrived at Bunaken Island to a mostly overcast and breezy afternoon. It's a beautiful island, especially being flanked by another smaller volcano island rising from the ocean. Bunaken is 8 kilometers squared or 2,000 acres, known for having Indonesia's first protected marine park, and attracts a lot of divers wanting to see its diverse underwater life. The island rises from the beach with a slope, giving it a dramatic look on approach. What does it taste like, Noah?
Like an orange creamsicle. So we're at lunch now, and we just got here like a little bit ago, and we checked into our room, and we have a 2:30 snorkel.
Well, 2:30 isn't for another 40 minutes. So we're going to the pool. Here we go.
We're about to go. We just got fitted for snorkel gear and flippers and wetsuits for mostly for tomorrow. But we're about to go on our first snorkeling excursion. They're going to take us to just down the way a little bit on Bunaken, where there's a bunch of sea turtles, and this is a sign for sea turtle. So hopefully we'll be using that sign a lot. And yeah, that's I think the main thing that we're going to see.
So we just went snorkeling, and we went on the boat, and we got dropped off at like a coral reef edge, and right as we jumped in, there were swarms of fish, and it was just really colorful and beautiful.
A moment of love, a dream, a laugh, a kiss, a cry, our rights, our wrongs. A moment of love, a dream, a laugh, a moment of love.
We saw some sea slugs, some eels, a bunch of starfish, tiny fish, puffer fish, clownfish, like little Nemos, and swarms of like schools of different fish.
Now I swear, despite Sarah Noah's pointing and an intense look during my post-editing, I'm gonna take their word that there's a large camouflaged scorpion fish there.
And we must have seen at least like 6 sea turtles. It was really fun. And then after that, we got back on the boat. We had some tea and addictive cookies, and we came back here, changed out of our stuff, and then we jumped in the pool.
And a love, a dream, a laugh, a kiss, a cry, our rights, our wrongs, a moment.
Everybody put on their flowy summer nighttime attire, then we sat down for our first dinner together. Here at the resort, the menus were laid out as a 4-course meal and left you full.
We woke up to have breakfast, and then after breakfast we went over to like the main activity center, and we were just getting all our equipment fitted. And then after that we kind of just chillaxed by the pool until we came over to us at the pool, and we did our first practices here.
Here's where it's like 15 feet deep, so this is where we're going to be training for the scuba diving.
This was really exciting. Our first time to put on the gear and get a test run of all the things we had learned about earlier in class.
And then once we like got all our skills checked, then we went over to the actual open ocean.
We're let out to sea by Matahari, or Mata for short. She'll be our underwater guide over the next 3 days of swimming. And beside teaching us the diving hand sign, she's also showing us how to look good underwater. Done with Mata's dive site briefing, it's finally time to take the plunge. A final gear check for each of us, and here we go. Back flops off the side of the boat. Slowly going down at first, we depressurized our sinuses and calibrated our buoyancy using the BCD. On this first intro dive, the depth limit for us was set at 12 meters or 40 feet. We paired up 1 dive master per 2 of us noobs. Now try not to get distracted by the sea turtle and pay attention to the dive master. She's signaling, look over here, there's a leaf scorpion fish. Let's swim around to see if we can find it. If you pay close attention, you'll be able to see it grab a bite of seafood. Okay, back to the sea turtle for a quick selfie and say goodbye to it as our tank started running out of oxygen. On to the boat for those addicting cookies and a bunch of high fives, then we decompressed at the pool with a pair of beautiful young coconuts. How was the scuba diving?
It was amazing. It was really fun. A new experience I've never done.
I really enjoyed the scuba diving. It's still not so much for me. I prefer snorkeling, but it was really cool to see the girls just because they're naturals in the water. They're naturals at most of the stuff they try to do, but especially when they're anything water related.
And yeah, I won't regret it. It was amazing.
Oh, it's a really great experience. I'm so glad we did it.
This is our room at the Bunaken Oasis Resort.
Welcome in.
The kids had a very similar room downstairs from us, with a double bed instead of this amazing king bed. I'd say we had the better balcony view of the two. Before you knew it, downtime was over and we were already suiting up for our afternoon snorkel trip. We were headed back out one last time to Turtle City. Ocean currents may explain in part why Bunaken National Marine Park has such a high level of biodiversity. Northeasterly currents generally sweep through the park, but abundant countercurrents and gyros related to lunar cycles are believed to be a trap for free-swimming larvae. This is particularly true on the south side of the crescent-shaped island, which is the heart of the park and where we are diving now. Noah was a great spotter on these dives, and I tried my best to hold the camera still and film each of these creatures as close as possible in order to make the shots clearer. This dive uncovered a scary and brightly marked creature, while this last dive definitely took the spot as wildest encounter. Maya showing off her lung work with the deepest dive I've caught yet on camera, trying to catch a closer look at one of the turtles, just a faint shadow from this viewpoint. The turtles were plentiful on this reef, as we caught a few more on camera, then said goodbye to them for the last time since we'd no longer be back to Turtle City. With all the swimming today, we worked up a large appetite, and tomorrow awaits us another day of water and sun. Good morning. I woke up before everybody else today and started a new run to see if I can get some views, which I succeeded. But I didn't make it down to any of the beaches. The paths off this main road are dirt paths. So it rained last night and I didn't want to get too muddy. So now I'm making my way back to the hotel with a rooster on the way. And then we'll grab breakfast. We've got a 2-session snorkeling trip this morning, so I've got to be at the dock with the family, ready to go at 8:30. I don't know if you can see, it's still raining and sunny, and we're going out to a new part of the island. Here's the map.
We're planning to go, first one are Siladen and second one Timur 7 or 8. And the first one will be between 21 or 22.
I miss the touch of morning sun, making silhouettes of us way back when we had our back.
It was about a 20-minute boat ride around the southern point of the island and around to the backside, where we approached the much smaller island of Siladen.
I apologized. Where did you go? What can I do? I'm working on my problems, but I can't keep them. Where did you go? What should I say?
This side of the island had different swarms of fish and a more diverse range of colorful coral of all textures. I'm combining footage here of our 2 morning dives into one montage to keep things as brief as I can, but please be forgiving since it was hard for me to narrow down this 360-degree footage to a reasonable length.
The water temperatures in this part of Indonesia range between 80 and 84 degrees Fahrenheit, so the water always felt comfortable. But I had some lingering seawater in my ear canal from the previous day's dive, so I skipped the second of the 2 dives today and stayed back on the boat with Maya.
I apologize. Where'd you go? What can I do? I'm working on my problems, but I need you here to solve them. Where'd you go? What should I say?
I really love swimming and snorkeling. I've been doing it as long as I can remember. It's so cool to see the diverse scenes underwater, like all these baby fish.
Shining in the moment and I'm holding on to you. There's something about you, keeping me sober. I was shining in the moment and I'm holding on to you. There's something about you. Keeps picking me up when I'm low. There's something about you. Keeps picking me up when I'm low.
Mata helped keep track of time and snapped us out of our trance 1 hour after each dive. Otherwise, I don't know how long we would have snorkeled before we realized it was time to get out.
Good?
Back on shore, the wildlife spotting doesn't stop, nor do our activities with more planned for this afternoon. I'm a little nervous because we just had lunch and I've got a really full stomach. But now I've got to do my free diving classes, so I've got to hold my breath and probably meditate on the gurgling in my stomach. But I'm excited to learn a couple new tricks and tips along the way, so hopefully I'll come out of it with some new skills. Time to check on the girls, getting pampered quietly. How'd it go?
Great. Our resort package included a spa treatment for Idan and I. Idan decided to give his to the girls, and the 3 of us opted for petties and manis. Full disclosure, I don't think Indonesia is super up on the nail game. However, the spa was very zen and the treatments were nice.
How did your dive go?
My dive went so good.
Really?
Yeah, guess how long I got underwater?
How long?
3 minutes, 32 seconds. I neglected to mention that tomorrow's my birthday, and since we were checking out tomorrow, the staff surprised me during evening turndown service, so the celebration started early. My birthday request for this beautiful sunset evening was for some drinks and have us all sit down together and play some card games.
For Abba's special birthday dinner, special poolside dinner table set up with the candles.
Other than my 2 beautiful daughters, one of the best things to look at each time we ate was the resort's private jetty. The tide changes were noticeable, and upon close inspection, there was plenty of life in this tidal zone. I promise this is going to be our last snorkel trip, as later this afternoon we'll have to check out. I'd requested to go back to our last dive spot as Sarah missed the second one from yesterday morning. It ended up being my favorite due to the right mix of fish, coral, and reef depth. On this dive, I only want to point out 2 things. One is the weight belt on my hip. It was the first time using this free diving setup and the tips I had learned yesterday. The second thing I wanted to show you was all the times we encountered clownfish on this trip. These feisty fish were serious about defending their territory. Since there was a variety of different anemones for them to settle in, we saw at least 5 or 6 different types of clownfish. They were by far the most fearless and least shy of all the marine life we saw. We're coming back to shore. Oh, it's kind of sad to have the last snorkel, so I'm going to dip in one more time from the jetty. Unfortunately, the batteries from the Insta are out, so I won't be able to show you the house reef. There should be some grassy areas, but I'm only gonna go for 30 minutes. Kids are probably gonna play in the pool. Sarah's gonna pack, and then we'll be off to the airport. Back to shore, so everybody could get showered and dress comfortably for the upcoming travel.
Bunaken!
Bye-bye! What a send-off from all the crew. They were all so kind and really left us with great memories, along with an itch to one day come back. We made our way out of the dream setting and into the city views of Manado and drove straight to the airport with plenty of time to relax there. I think poor Noah came down with a little bit of heat stroke on the last boat ride in, but we've had a couple hours at the airport to hang out and time to say our final goodbyes to the country of Indonesia. We've got our flight to board to Singapore for the next part of our trip. A new friend made on the airplane ride on the way to Singapore with someone from Singapore. Our time in Indonesia exceeded what I imagined. I had fun with every experience at every moment. We were all determined to continue this feeling as the sun set and we approached into Singapore.
On bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup I ask silently. All my destinations will accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. Circles they grow and they swallow people whole. After lives they say goodnight to wives they'll never know. And a mind full of questions and a teeth.